Hey yo, what is going on today, guys and girls? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video, man, I'm going to be doing this solar build for you guys, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm pretty sure this was a subscriber requested build, not on YouTube, but I think on Twitch, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how, I can't remember where somebody mentioned this, but never mind that, bro. Here it is, solar build. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. As I said, man, be sure to check this thing out, and I'll catch you guys after the intro. Alright, so here we are, man. Solar build. As you guys can see, I am broke with $680,000. But anyway, 280 horsepower in here with a 320 newton meters of torque as well, man. This thing, is, like I said, man, exactly the same sort of power as almost every single other one of my cars. But, you know, this thing is definitely interesting, bro. I just retuned all the gears and stuff like that because I wasn't too happy about the gearing setup that I actually originally had on this thing. So I've literally just gone and retuned absolutely everything on this thing, and now it is smooth, man. This thing is feeling great. It doesn't redline, it doesn't do any of that sort of thing. Obviously, I tried it on a couple of tracks on Red Rock. Sometimes it does redline on the faster sections, obviously going through past the church, and obviously there's another little bit coming around just after, I think, the 5th corner. But yeah, no. Apart from that, bro, this car is solid. All of the slow tracks that we usually do up on here on the channel and also on Twitch, this car will be absolutely fine on. I've tried that on the other tracks as well, and this car is solid, bro. But yeah, no, guys, let's go ahead. Without further ado, man, we're gonna go ahead, jump straight into the tune here. Obviously, suspension kicking us off here. We've got 8 centimeters on the front and 7 centimeters on the back, lowering this thing down, absolutely, you know, dumping the thing, bro. It's got to be done, right? It's got to be done. We got 59k on the spring stiffness, obviously 59 on the front and 55 on the rear. I don't think I've touched that. I think that is bone stock as it is. Your dampeners and everything like that, bone stock, dampener, fast rebound, bone stock, and obviously the dampener bump is also bone stock. If you guys have your own sort of thing that you do on here, obviously front dampener rebound as well, that is bone stock as well. If you guys have your own thing that you guys like to run for the dampeners, also the springs and the old anti-roll bars that are over here, be sure to do that. That is completely up to you what you guys want to run there. If you like your own little setup that you guys have got on for that, then be sure to do that, man. Obviously, for me, I like to run it stock, where some people like to run it like a little bit looser. Some people might like to run it a little bit more stiff. So it's completely up to you. Obviously, personal preference there is everything. But anyway, moving on from that, we've got the front toe here. We've got 0.10 toe in the front, and in the rear, exactly the same, negative 0.10. Moving on to camber here, we've got max front camber towards the negative side, which is negative 10.78 for this car. And then for the rear, we have negative 9.09. Moving on now, as I said already about the front anti-roll bars, if you have your own sort of thing for that, then be sure to run that. That's completely fine. The caster on this car, we are running at 6.5 caster for this, also 100 Ackerman angle and 60 degrees of steering angle. Moving on now to obviously wheels, we have 18-inch reels on the front and the back. If you guys want to run that a little bit bigger, because obviously, you know, obviously it's not filling up the arches fully, but if you guys want to run something a little bit bigger, that's completely up to you. I might mess around with that myself in a little while because that does not look that great. But anyway, if you guys want to run like 19s, 20s, then that's completely up to you. Obviously fill up a little bit of the arches. Just remember that it's probably not going to be as slammed as what it is later on. But anyway, 245 millimeters on the front tire width, as well as the rear tire width, 245 once again. We got 285 on the front tire pressure and 285 again on the rear tire pressure. Obviously you want to keep these nice and pumped up to make sure we go as slow as possible. Same thing again with the rear wheel adhesion. You want to have that at 90% and the front at 100%. Reason why I run 100% in the front is because obviously you need a little bit more grip in the front to keep those massive angles, or bringing the car back from a terrible disaster if you do whip it a little bit too hard, you know what I'm saying? So obviously moving on with front wheel track width again, if you guys are running the stock body kit for this thing, obviously we've got Brian's front bumper on here, and obviously Brian's rear bumper on this with the side skirts. If you guys are running this sort of thing, then obviously front 8 track width in the front is fire, as well as 8 in the rear as well. Absolute fire, man. Look at this, very nice fitment there, looking good. However, if there is a wide body, which I'm sure there is for this car, I haven't checked out this car's body mods in a little while, as you can probably tell. Obviously you might need to change the 8 and the 8 on the rear if you do need to. Obviously it's absolutely fine. Obviously what you want to do is you want to put the wheel just underneath the arch, man. You don't want to have it a little bit too far out, you don't want to have it too far in. Obviously just in line with the arch if you can. It will look great. But yeah, no, moving on from that, now we have front tire profile. We have 30% on the front and 30% on the rear. A little bit different to my usual 35% that I usually run on both, but that's, again, if you want to run 35, that's completely up to you. 30% looks good, I feel. I think I might have done that to get the car on its, you know, just sit the car down even further than what it already was. I think that's probably why I've done that, so it's low as it possibly can go. Moving on to engine now, though, you guys have already seen on this, we've been sitting on this for a little while as we spoke at the start of the video. We've got the engine tune up at 0%, 4,900 RPM in the max torque, rev limit at 8,000 RPM, no turbocharger, which means it cancels out the turbocharger air pressure, which in form gives us 280 horsepower with 320 newton meters of torque. Obviously you want to try and get that 4,900 RPM max torque on there, as well as the 8,000 RPM on the rev limit. I've got to say though, the 8,000 RPM on the rev limit is the most important bit out of all of the builds that I do usually do on the channel. I never really explain this, but yeah, the rev limit is definitely the part that you definitely 100% need. I think maybe I should start including this little bit of dialogue in the rest of my builds, because obviously the rev limit is where the transmission then shines, because obviously the rev limit with the gears, the gears need to go all the way up, otherwise, you know, it's not gonna get up to rev limit, it's just gonna be a little bit pants. So 8,000 RPM, 100% you need to get that. Max torque, obviously you can lower that down to 280, 279 or 281, whatever you want to do for that. Like, it probably won't really matter that much, but 280, I like my whole numbers. So if you get 4,900 RPM with the 8,000 RPM, that'll give you 280 horsepower on the dot, which for me, I love a rounded number. So that is pretty much it for me, man. Go ahead now onto transmission. We got diff locking ratio, we got 1.00 on the diff lock, and obviously which is 100%, so you want to 100% lock the diff, so that way the rear wheels spin up like crazy. Final drive here, we got 3.00 on the final drive. First gear we have 4.00. Second gear we have 2.10, third gear we have 1.95, fourth gear we have 1.90, fifth gear we have 1.85, and sixth gear we have 1.10. Now, just so you guys know here, we've got the fourth gear, obviously, sorry, the first gear is on 4.00. Now that gear is literally, you can do donuts, you can do anything you want in that gear, obviously, burnouts, and also you can also, you know, crab walk with this car as well in first gear. Also, if you want to do that, you can do that. Second gear here, we're at 2.10. This is going to be your main drift gear here. This is golden gear. This is what you want to drift in absolutely everything. If you do want to dabble in third is it's okay. It might be a little bit too long, so if you're feeling that it's a little bit too long, then just bump it up, maybe 5. That's up to you. If you want to put it up to 2, that's completely up to you, but I feel like 3 is where it would probably shine on East Togue around those larger corners. Third, I reckon, will probably be it'll be alright there. I reckon it won't be too bad. I didn't actually try this car on East Togue, just so you guys know. So if you want to try that and try and tune third gear for yourself, that'd be awesome. Also, like we say, if you do change third gear, bro, let me know down in the comments as well. I want to see what you guys do with that. But you know, Second gear is definitely your golden gear for absolutely everything. It'll run red rock, it'll run everything. Second gear is great. It should be all good for that. Obviously 4th, 5th and 6th, again, don't really use those gears. They're just there for show pretty much. So yeah, if you want to tune them for cruising or anything like that, then go ahead and do that. But honestly, I don't really use them at all, so I just leave them how they are. But yeah, now moving now on to brakes, we have our brake torque at 2,724 Newton meters of torque. Obviously, if you have a heavy trigger finger and you push down on your brake all the way, be sure to push that down more towards the left. So that way, when you're in a drift tandem, and a tandem train rather, you know, and you push the brake, you don't completely stop your car, letting the first person, you know, the person that's leading, go away from you, and also the person who's chasing you slam into the back of you. Obviously, you don't want that to happen. So if when you're doing your brakes, obviously just make sure you go ahead and test them, or if you're like me and have your own specific area of which you like to put your brakes, then obviously go ahead and do that. Front brake bias as well is at 60%. ABS on or off, it doesn't matter, it's completely up to you. If you want to run ABS on, then obviously it's going to help you out with the brakes and braking torque and everything like that. It's going to be helped. But obviously if you want to run that off, then go ahead and change your brake torque as well, because obviously you're going to need probably a little bit less braking torque than what you would need if you've got ABS on. But again, that's a personal preference thing. That's completely up to you whether you want to do that or not. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this tune. Let's go ahead and start sliding. Alright, so here we are, man, at the track. Obviously, old but gold track right here. We do this track almost every time we're here. But nah, man, I just really like this track, you know. It's a good little track to run, man. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed this little run here. If you do, obviously be sure to hit that like button, man. If you feel like that you like these tunes and all that sort of stuff, and you want to get more into slow drifting and everything like that, obviously I have an array of more awesome content for you guys to go check out. And obviously how to drift slow, how to tune your car to drift slow, all the brand new tuning videos that I bring out, everything like that, you guys can be able to see that. Obviously don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you are into that sort of stuff. But yeah, no, without further ado, man, I'm gonna go ahead and jump straight into this drift, this little run right here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and I'll catch you guys after this run. Alright guys, so that is going to be absolutely everything that for the Solar or the Mitsubishi Eclipse, man. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed this. Be sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button if you did really enjoy this. Just a little thing here before we go. Obviously the winner of the giveaway was no one other than Logan. Obviously really congratulations to him. I hope he enjoys the Amazon gift card, which I will get to him very shortly. I have been in contact with him on Instagram, so congratulations to him. Obviously commiserations to everyone else who joined in with the giveaway and everything like that. It was the most comments I've ever had on any other video, surprisingly. So I really appreciate that, guys. Really do appreciate you guys all commenting down below and everything like that. Let me know how how long you've been supporting the channel and everything like that. So I really appreciate that, guys. Really appreciate that. It was awesome to see. But yeah, now guys, let's obviously getting straight on to that subscriber goal of 1,000, man. We're gonna get there. Hopefully we'll get there. You know, we keep pushing, bro, we'll get there, man. But anyway, thank you guys all for watching this video, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this solar tune. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. If you have any other tunes that you guys want to see before, any other sort of random car that I pick from out the box of CarX, man, be sure to let me know down below, whether it be a fast tune, whatever you guys want to see, man. I shall do it. I shall get around to that. Obviously I'll do a slow tune of that fast tune. But you know, guys, thank you all very much for watching, man, and catch you guys in the next one. Peace.